Malachi. Breaking news right now. The Greenville County coroner says an 89-year-old woman died in a house fire. Happened just before 5 in the morning on Springfield Drive in Pelzer. The coroner's office says Margaret Alexander died from smoke inhalation and burns. Her death has been ruled an accident. Malachi, thank you. A man is dead after a shooting in Easley that happened on East Terrace Drive. It was around 9 o'clock last night. The Pickens County Coroner's Office says that's where they found 26-year-old Ryan Bradford dead from the gunshot wound. We're told investigators think this is a possible accidental shooting.
And a breaking update, the South Carolina state trooper hit by a box truck over the weekend has died. This happened during a traffic stop early Sunday morning on I-26 in Orangeburg County. Troopers First Class Dennis Ricks died last night. That's according to the South Carolina Department of Public Safety. The Lexington County Sheriff's Office is investigating the crash. We're told Anthony Aidkite was arrested and charged with driving under suspension.
We have 7 News alert. Police are asking for help finding a suspect connected to a shooting. Take a look at your screen here. Asheville authorities say they are looking for 32-year-old Deshaun Perry after they say they found a person with a gunshot wound early Sunday morning. Perry was identified as a suspect and charged with assault with a deadly weapon. Police say that Perry has a mustache and multiple tattoos, including a Dre on his right hand and a Mariah written on his left. Investigators say Perry is considered armed and dangerous, and if you see him, police say do not approach him, just call 911 right away.
A spokesperson for the school district of Pickens County says a motorcycle crashed into a school bus. The district says the crash happened around 7:45 this morning on Highway 8 at Hideaway Court. We're told students from Getty's Middle School and Easley High School were on board at the time. District officials tell 7 News the bus was slowing down to pick up a student when a motorcycle hit it. The motorcyclist was flown to the hospital with several broken bones. The district says all students on the bus and the bus's driver were not hurt.
A Spartanburg man is facing charges accused of distributing child sex material online. Deputies say they arrested 31-year-old Calvin Uniton after getting word of someone sharing child sex abuse material on the messaging app Kik. Deputies say during a search of his residence, he admitted to distributing the material. Uniton is charged with 10 counts of second-degree sexual exploitation of a minor. Greenville County Sheriff's Office needs your help to find this man. This is Jair Andrade Reyes, but investigators say he could be using an alias. He's wanted on charges of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Investigators believe he molested a child multiple times dating back to 2019. If you know where he is, you're urged to call Crime Stoppers at 864-23-CRIME.
The Pickens County School District says a student brought a knife to school. It happened at Crosswell Elementary. They say the student was showing the knife to classmates. Leaders say staff responded immediately, removed the student with no issues, and they say no students were in danger.
The State Board of Education has suspended the license of an upstate teacher who's accused of sexually abusing a teen. Nicole Callahan faces multiple charges in both Anderson and Greenville counties, including multiple counts of unlawful conduct toward a child and felony counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor. The Board of Education says it is reason to believe Callahan may pose a significant threat to students. Leaders say her license will be suspended until a due process hearing is held.
All right, thank you, Malachi. A new study released by the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis shows South Carolina is the highest in the nation in economic growth and among the highest in personal income so far this year.
7 News State House reporter Caroline Yaffa breaks down the numbers from Columbia.
New data shows that South Carolina's economy grew faster than any other state in early 2025.
We got the A++ report card showing that our economy is doing great.
Take a look. The data from the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis says the state's GDP, which is the total value of everything we produce, went up by 1.7%. This is #1 in the nation.
The Southeast is doing better than the rest of the country, and we're doing better than the rest of the Southeast. So it's very positive news. GDP isn't everything, But as I said, we're also seeing good employment growth.
It also says that construction, real estate, rental, and leasing were the big driving forces in South Carolina's growth. The Department of Employment and Workforce says this is more money in people's pockets.
Our wage growth has typically been outpacing the national average. So it's not just that more stuff is happening, but it also means that there's more opportunities out there. There's still a lot of businesses that are hiring out there. There's more than 100,000 job openings statewide.
That means people want to come here because they know that they're going to have not only a job available, but a great paying job available so that they can support their family.
State Representative Brandon Newton says this is great, and there's always room for improvements.
This is not a race that has a finish line. This is a race that is always going, and we have to continue to make steps.
I expect as we move forward and these policies that have just been voted on and made into law this year, as they start going forward and being implemented, you're going to see an increase in our growth.
Newton says he hopes the General Assembly will reduce the state income tax in 2026, as well as make cuts in taxes for small businesses and reduce regulation.
In Columbia, Caroline Yaffa, 7 News.
The BEA says the second quarter study will be released in late September.
Diving into the latest of several road projects in Spartanburg County, including a new road closure on the way. Scarlett Lizjak tells us what you need to know to navigate the changes.
Approved by voters back in November 2023, the penny sales tax will fund 577 road, bridge, and infrastructure projects across the county. Collections kicked in for the penny May of last year, and officials are highlighting the progress.
I think we are where we expected to be after a year and a half. To date, we have bid a number of projects. We have 2 projects that have been completed on the SCDOT side of the house. That is the Highway 290 project and Daniel Morgan Avenue project. We have 1 project that's currently in progress. It's the Zion Hill Sloan's Grove roundabout.
However, the penny sales tax is not the only way county road projects get funded. County leaders say the County Transportation Committee selects projects that need to be done based on safety or crash data. The committee uses funds from the state gas tax.
A lot of the things we look at are crash data, the ADT of the roadways, and any safety concerns that are out there.
The latest project in the county is a CTC project. Starting next Monday, August 18th, crews will begin improvements on West Cleveland Street.
They are working in the very steep curve that is there right now. That curve is going to be flattened, and then they are going to put a better tie-in to Fair Forest Road, so it'll be a 90-degree tie-in to Fair Forest Road. It's not one of the busiest roads, but it does have 2 very dangerous spots on that road.
While this project is not a penny project, officials say it still helps to accomplish the overall goal to make the roads safer.
As long as we can build a project that is structurally sound and is safe for the traveling public, I think we are meeting the goals that we need to meet.
If you're curious about what's happening in your neighborhood, the county has a tool that allows you to view their progress. We'll have a link to that on our website, WSPA.com. Reporting in Spartanburg County, Scarlett Lizjak, 7 News.
On Monday, West Cleveland from Manning Street to Fair Forest will be closed. There will be detours in place. That closure lasts 6 to 8 weeks, depending, of course, on the weather.
All right.